All right.
By the way, Paul, amazing to have you
Mm.
on, by the way. I just love, and I notice this with your streams too, it ends up just turning into baseball talk, which I could do for hours on end. So
That's literally why I started. I just figured it was a way to kind of talk baseball with people who I know would at least like baseball on some level. Obviously, I love when the hardcore fans get in there. That's why I gravitated to Carl's streams originally, was because I know that he knows what the heck he was talking about. That was what I really noticed right away with TJ on the press row. Again, I know you said don't give TJ compliments, and we got to give him maybe like one an hour is the most you can compliment TJ, or else he starts to take himself too seriously. But it was obvious that he knew what the heck he was talking about, and that's why I like.
I know. There's not many people that can be handsome and know what they're talking about. I'm just a double threat guy.
See what
happens.
No more compliments. That's the one for the hour.
And just to pimp it again before TJ starts this, guys, follow Paul on Twitter at Sporer, Sporer, and also his podcast, The Sleeper and the Bust. Again, we mentioned some names that were talked about the podcast, Taiwan Walker, guys that were boosted in the show. So give yourself an extra advantage. Give yourself a couple extra really entertaining hours a week. Go get this guy. And what was the last one? Sorry,
I was going to say.
And here, say names wrong.
We're usually talking about the players of the moment, whether positive or negative. And again, that translates to MLB The Show. We don't always necessarily, I bring it up every once in a while towards the end of the show, talk about how I'm playing and all that. But even though we don't necessarily specifically say it, if you're listening to these guys, I'm like, oh, this guy is surging, but it's not gonna last or something, then don't go out and invest in him. But if we're saying, okay, this guy's pretty good. Like today, we talked about Piscotty, and we both spoke favorably of him. Still a bronze beast right now, but I definitely think he's going silver. And by the end of the year, I really think he could go gold. Excuse me. So yeah, I appreciate the shout outs, though. I really do.
All right, let's get into this draft. Let's do this one quick and not take 45. I don't know. I feel like
we don't have to talk through all four players of every round.
First round, diamond round, we have the 97 Dustin Pedroia from 2008, Paul Goldschmidt, 96 overall, Paul's favorite relief pitcher, Jonathan Papelbon, the flashback to 95, and the 2007 CC Sabathia. Now, something we didn't really mention in the other draft, I like to use Battle Royale as, first off, I'm never calling it Battle Royale.
Why?
I like to use
Battle Royale with cheese.
If it was Royal, they wouldn't put the E, TJ. You can't just pronounce words however you want. That's not how language works.
You, like you, Darvish. Why you?
Oh, God.
So, which is why I'm love all quality picks. Again, starting pitcher, probably not the way to go. I want to go with Goldschmidt. That's a card I kind of want to use in my regular head-to-head Diamond Dynasty. Papelbon, I still think it's too early to take a pitcher. Maybe you get a gold reliever later just to
as much as I can't stand him as a person because he's a massive douchebag, he is really good. That diamond Papeldouche is a good card. So if you are trying to go the overwhelming smothering relief core, then it's not it's about the only time you'll see me take a diamond pitcher is if it's him or that Joe Nathan that I mentioned earlier. Otherwise, it's hitter 95 to 99% of the time for me.
Yeah, that Nathan is so sick.
Yeah, so here I'm going Paul Goldschmidt. Round 2, Juan Uribe, Yadier Molina, AJ Ramos, and Aaron Nola. This is one of those where I might want to break the rule and go with Aaron Nola, even though he's a silver, to get that start.
By the way, a guy who could be on his way to gold. Now it's still a trek because he's only a what right now, like a 78? Did you say? 81. Okay, 81. So he's finally passed the 80 threshold. He's working his way up. Lots to like out of what Aaron Nola did both last year and so far this year. So I would not be surprised if he worked his way up to gold. Now it's going to take a while longer, maybe another month. But if you want to invest, if you're one of those long-term buyers, get some Aaron Nola cards while they're cheap.
Yep.
I could even see going for Yadier Molina, just going full defense on catcher and getting my offense at other positions.
I do like the Molina in terms of controlling the run game. I like the Ramos card. I just don't know. Again, I don't know. His hits over 9, his K over 9 is huge, dude.
Yeah, I've used him enough to know that I don't.
And that's the thing too, by the way, that we didn't really hit on too much during that draft was that you know who you're good with too. Try guys out so that you can see if you're good with them. That way, you're not just always relying. Sometimes you can have a guy who's a 89 or whatever that looks great on paper, but you use an 81 better than him. TJ, you know you don't utilize Ramos well, then don't pick him. I fully agree with that. Yep. And go with what you use best.
Yeah, it's funny. Last year, could not hit with Ted Williams. I had Starling Marte playing over him almost all the time at the end of the year. So, yeah, I'm going to go Yadier, lock down the run game, lock down my catcher, get my power elsewhere. All right, next up, Carlos Gomez, the Daniel Murphy that we love, Sean Tollison, and Mike Leake. I think do we go Murphy again?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? It's
card.
Unless we want to go Tollison.
Tollison's
doesn't have great velocity, doesn't have great break.
I don't love Tollison.
No.
Gomez is just kind of good across the board. He's got some speed.
But in a free fall, his inside edges have been.
Yeah, I think we go Daniel Murphy.
Wait.
Now we've got catcher, first base, and second base. We did great there. Next up, we have Seth Smith, the right fielder from the Mariners, Michael Taylor, the center fielder from the Nats, Evan Marshall, relief pitcher for the Diamondbacks, and Tyler Matzik, starting pitcher for the Rockies. Lefty starting pitcher.
With good break, too. He's got decent break on the slider from my franchise with him.
Yeah, I'm sneak tip decent with Tyler Matzik. Again, you're looking for that one inning, and ideally you can get through the whole inning with the bronze guy. I'd actually go with him.
New Era 760 in the chat says he's been drafting Diamond SPs and getting about 3 good gold starting pitchers and putting up big win totals.
Yeah, New Era, it's a great strategy too. I like that because he said if you never take your starter out, you can use all your silver picks on hitters, so you build up that lineup and just worry about the starter. I do like that strategy. I will have to implement that at some point. I'm going to try that.
I tried it once. I didn't do that well, and one time is not enough of a sample to say whether it works or not. I definitely want to try it again. So I'm encouraged to hear that somebody has had success with it. Kind of the chalk way to do it, the stock way that everyone's been way that we've outlined initially with the bad starters, the beast bullpen, and the beast lineup. So just because that's the primary way doesn't mean it's the only way to win. That's another thing I really like about this BR format. There's multiple ways to skin this proverbial cat.
So I took the Matzik next round, Ryan Braun, Ozzie Smith, Craig Kimbrell, and the flashback Jacob deGrom. Love flashback Jacob deGrom, as I said in the last draft. I mean, if we were going for this cold gold diamond pitcher thing, I would get him. But I think I'm leaning towards Ryan Braun right now. Gets that solid bat.
If you're going to do that method, you cannot half-ass it. You have to do it. Because if you just do the one diamond and one gold, then it's still only 2 in 5 chance that you're even going to get those guys. So you want to get at least, I'd say, 4 on the gold diamond situation with the starters. That way you're having a really good chance to consistently get those beast starters. Just wanted to throw that in it before we move on from that.
Oh, dude, that Kimbrell is so nice.
I've been thinking about picking him up in
his knuckle curve is pretty sick. I know it's only fastball knuckle curve, but his knuckle curve is almost impossible off his fastball.
I'm still going Braun.
I'm okay with that.
But Kimbrell might be a future pick.
For those of you, again, Team No Money, looking for a defensive shortstop with high vision, that Ozzie Smith, if you do the Cardinals feed, that Ozzie Smith is pretty much the second best defensive shortstop in the game behind Anderson Simmons.
This round we have Freddie Galvis, shortstop for the Phillies, Eugenio Suarez, third baseman for the Reds, Zach McAllister, relief pitcher for the Indians, and Tom Kohler, starting pitcher for Miami. If Kohler had 5 pitches, I would get him, but he's got fastball, curveball, slider, 2-seam. I think I'm going to sleep on him. Zach McAllister, 5 pitches and 45 stamina out of the bullpen. Might be nice. Suarez has Suarez has 67 contact against righties, 78
Yeah,
against
I like the
lefties.
Suarez a lot, especially with shortstop eligibility.
They have no arm. That's the only thing. 70 arm?
Yeah.
All right.
Carl Dude in the chat mentioned the rookie Kimbrel coming out as a 99 and asked if Kimbrel threw other pitches. I, for some reason, seem to remember him in San Diego throwing a changeup.
I feel like he might have thrown a changeup with the Braves.
So that might be Carl Dude. You might be onto something. He may have a changeup 4th pitch, which would make him pretty much absolutely unhittable if he had a changeup with a different speed than the knuckle curve. So
that's why we have brooksbaseball.net. Has him at fastball change. He used a change last year a little bit and a little bit in 2010, but it's mainly been fastball, curveball for him. And actually 4-seam and curveball, but they won't only go 2 pitches on a pitcher in this game.
Awesome. I would probably go with either the Suarez or the Galvis.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Galvis. Just 'cause he's got a little bit more arm strength,
and has again second base and third base to be able to go there too.
Yep. Flashback Colby Rasmus.
I do like that Rasmus. I like Rasmus a lot.
We also have the Kyle Seager, the third baseman from the Mariners. Will Smith, the closer from the Brewers, who's got some nice break. Got a 99 break, 97 Ks per 9. He's got a slider and a curveball. It's not bad. Edwin Jackson flashback card. I know Paul wants Edwin Jackson because he's a huge Tigers fan. I rake with Kyle Seager. A lefty bullpen arm would not be a
especially
bad
Will
play.
Smith. Will Smith's got go to him real quick. He has got fastball, slider, curve. I like that. His break on the slider curve is really good, and his K over 9. That break and K over 9 combination.
Yes, I think we're going with Will Smith. Round 8. Travis Janikowski, the kicker for the Raiders. I love that I got to laugh out of it. Wasn't worth it, but it took.
No, honestly, I hadn't heard that. So that wasn't a tired joke.
88 speed, and all outfield.
Right for San Diego.
That might be a guy we just bury. Michael, third base and first base, no contact, lots of power versus lefties. Lucas Ludke.
Is this our common round?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think the 88 speed is kind of the slam dunk. But go ahead and obviously say the last player since I can't see.
Lucas Ludke, 73 break, slider, sink, curveball, 4-seam, and changeup, which is a kind of a nice mix-up.
Yeah, but if you're building your bullpen a 63 with his rating, yeah, you're not going to have
it. We're not going to use him. And Jeremy Guthrie. Now, is he the one that the Dodgers gave like $1 zillion to? Or am I
You're thinking of somebody else.
Yep.
Jeremy Guthrie's always been kind of a 4th, 5th starter type who's knocked around for years, but I think he's actually pretty much done it.
Is it other Guthrie?
No, are you thinking of Darren Dreifer?
Am I thinking Darren Dreifer?
There it is. Yeah. There it is.
Jinx, buy me a Coke. We're going.
Yeah, just a pinch runner late for one of our slow guys. That 4th inning, if you're going extras and you need somebody to just run, that'll be his use.
But let's not forget we need to take him out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we are still looking for a center fielder. This round, silver round, we have Gregory Polanco, A-Rod, Kevin Jepsen, and Garrett Richards. Look, Garrett Richards.
All right.
If you need a starting pitcher, and you don't have a lot to spend, Garrett Richards, kind of an animal.
There's 90 plus break and 90 plus velocity for against Diamond Dynasty guys is pretty good.
And the silver lining, no pun intended, since that's what he is that he's going to be stable because obviously he's out for the year now. His card isn't going to adjust, but it will adjust up sometime. Or actually, no, it won't for him. I know Schwarber was still getting some inside edge boost, but obviously a starter won't because he'll be throwing. But he'll be stable. You can bank on him, Garrett Richards, to be exactly what he is from here on out. So that is one kind of silver lining injury. But I'm so bummed that he got hurt because I really thought he was on his way to gold this year.
Yep.
I actually thought he deserved a bump, even post injury, because they're usually like a week.
Prior
week or two
to, maybe they still will. They'll give him just a charity bump since he's toast now.
Yeah. And he caught a couple L's, but he was still throwing, what was it, a 2.34 ERA.
And his stuff's so nasty. So nasty.
Yeah. I kind of want to go with Gregory Polanco, A, because I haven't used him much, B, because worst case scenario, we can kind of throw him in center field because he's got 83 speed. Center field is a secondary position for him, but he's got some good reaction and good speed out there. And he crushes right-handed pitchers.
I would be okay with Polanco. I'd be okay with Polanco, especially, he just got a boost. He's probably going to get another one in the next roster. Well, I would say probably 2 to 3 weeks because he's been playing really well in real life. Kind of overshadowed by Marte. So.
Mm-hmm. Also, we don't have a lot of lefties in this lineup. We only have Daniel Murphy and Freddie Galvis as a switch hitter. So I think we go Polanco.
Okay, Polanco.
Oh, they want to pick. I love when they're just like forcing guys on you. This round, a silver round, we have Yunel Escobar, Alex Rodriguez, AJ Ramos, and Patrick Corbin.
I don't like the Corbin at all.
I like the Corbin.
Yeah, I liked him a lot when he was gold, but he got the bump downs. Not a fan. Dude, the A-Rod is pretty good for hitting.
I think we got to go A-Rod here, mainly because I don't like the Ramos. Yunel Escobar, he's good. He gives you all around the infield eligibility. He's got good contact.
Good fielding.
Not a ton of speed.
It's just kind of whatever. So I think A-Rod is the call. Yeah. He can be an impact guy, even if he's just off the bench.
Yep.
Bronze round, Anthony Vivaro, relief pitcher for the Red Sox. Joe Thatcher, lefty out of the pen for the AL because he doesn't have a real team. Tim Cooney, dope name. Left-handed pitcher for the Cards. I'm thinking of the Marlins guy.
Adam Conley, yeah.
Yep, Adam Conley, yep.
And then we have Aaron Berlaire, starter for
I'm low-key solid with Cooney. So I don't know how you are with trash guys, but I'm actually decent with him if we're going for another starter at some point. I think now is a good time to get one.
Yeah,
yep. When I was grinding the Cardinals, definitely his pitches are kind of sneaky good for a lefty bronze.
And he's, even keel throughout all the stats, 50s for everything. But we're going to give him that one inning, get him out real quick. Hopefully we can hide him. Matt Foley, huge fan of the he's just kind of whatever Yunel Escobar description. Next up, another bronze round. We have Randall Delgado, relief pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Ryan Dull, hopefully he's sharper than his name, for the A's. Brooks Brown, relief pitcher. I guess he used to be with the Rockies. And Chichi Gonzalez, who in the last draft we said we have no care for. Any of these guys? We got velocity for
Brooks
Brown.
I was going to say the Brown. I know the Brown's got velocity, and he's got velocity in his sinker too. So that's a possibility.
Yeah. None of these guys are really exciting to me. I think Brooks Brown is the play to go. 92 velocity. Two-seamer, changeup, sinker, and slider. So that's the problem. Two-seamer and sinker, they essentially gotta move the same way. But just keep it low and in. We only have 2 relievers. I think we've gotten our whole lineup, and now it's just all pitchers from here on out.
And the bench.
Yep. Well, and remember, we're going to have an outfielder in place of Jankowski, too.
Yeah. We do need
unless we don't get anything better than Polanco, then we could always just Polanco.
Right.
Next up, bronze round, we have Tommy Lane, lefty reliever for the Red Sox. Shane Green, same difference. You know what? Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be picked on the team. Shane Green, starter for the Tigers. Drew Hutchinson, starter for the Blue Jays. And Chichi Gonzalez also not making the team.
That's all right.
Hutchinson's the pick. 4-seamer, slider, circle change, 2-seamer.
That circle change and 2-seamer for him look exactly the same out of the hand, by the way.
Yeah, again, nothing really fabulous about any of these guys. I do like Tommy Lane has 5 pitches, slider being his main one, slider, 2-seam, sink. Four seam and a curveball. 80 home runs per 9. I guess that's kind
30
of good, right?
30 BB over 9, 46 control. You're going to throw one of those pitches right in the middle of the plate as a lefty.
Yep. So we're going Drew Hutchinson. Welcome to the rotation. Here we go. Felipe Rivero, Sean Kelly. See, I knew there was a Sean coming up. Derek Holland and Erasmo Ramirez.
Is Erasmo starter or reliever? He's starter, right?
Starter, yeah.
He should be
He's a
able to.
starter.
They should come up with guys that are hybrid. I don't know if it would be too hard to code it, but that'd be cool if they did, because he's definitely a hybrid. He's done both throughout his career, and that would make him more interesting. But obviously, that's hypothetical since it's not the case. So, who was the first guy you said? Kelly and.
Your boy Felipe Rivero.
One of those is probably the right answer. Kelly's pretty decent too, but we do have Will Smith, so we don't necessarily have to primarily focus on a lefty.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Derek Holland. I like the mix of pitches: sinker, slider, change, knuckle curve.
Maybe I'm stuck on his real life and the fact that he sucks in real life. But yeah,
This is
that's the thing.
video game.
And if you can utilize him well, then his real life obviously doesn't matter.
I mean, Sean Kelly does have 94 break, 94 Ks per 9. And then that gives us 3 starters if we go with Derek Holland. We're going Derek Holland. 3 lefties.
I like that too, because
which is funny.
Chris mentioned in the last draft, a lot of guys tailor their teams to facing righties, and we can throw them off. You know, if they got that Grady Sizemore, he gets a huge hit against lefties, things like that. So I do like having 3/5 of the rotation be lefties.
Mm-hmm. Another bronze pitcher round. We have Tommy Lane again, the lefty reliever for the Red Sox. Bobby Parnell. Is Bobby Parnell tearing it up for the Tigers? Please tell me that's the case.
No, of course not.
He's one of those guys. Matt Harvey should have just traded him after his first season because the Mets were going to ruin him. And you saw
he got hurt like a million times. Relievers break down.
Yeah, after his first thing, because the Mets have no training staff.
Compare Bobby Parnell and Matt Harvey ever.
Both throw gas. Both throw gas.
I hate you.
Wesley Wright, 2-seamer slider, 12-6, 4-seam, and a changeup. Not bad. Henry Owens would give us 4 lefties.
Do it. Why not?
If we want to do that. Did we do it? 4-seam, changeup, circle. I'm so
sweeping curve
right now. Sweeping curve. I was thinking slurve, but I'm like, no.
I call it slow curve all the time.
Yeah.
It's always in my head that it's a slow curve, but sweeping.
It should be. I agree. It should be slow curve though,
because it is. They are slower. It's never that power curve like a 12-6 knuckle.
Ooh, fire. Round 16, silvers. We got Steve Cishek for the Mariners, Vinny Pastano flashback for the Indians, Nate Jones for the White Sox, and Pedro Stroop for the Cubs.
Now, how would that be Stroop?
I like Stroop a lot. Well, I'm not even gonna comment on Stroop. I like Nate Jones a lot. He's the pick here. I will say Pastano has a sneaky delivery in terms of his release point, which is one of those things that people, when they say tricky delivery, a lot of times you get that delivery that looks like it's coming from the shoulder instead of out from the side, and I think he's actually one of those.
Honestly, Chris basically said exactly what I was going to say, that I really think it is Jones, but I would be down with the Pastano. I think he's a low-key strong card.
Yeah, Pastano's one of the ones I have on my Diamond Dynasty team, and I like him a lot. As you said, the windup's good. That slurve is like impossible to hit out of it. I do want to try out this Nate Jones, which is kind of why I'm going to take him here. 99 velocity, 99 break, 92 Ks per 9, and slider, sinker, 2-seam. That sinker, 2-seam.
Yeah, but that sinker, the one thing about for him, his 2-seam tends to tail, where his sinker
is more of a side. If
you put it at the bottom of the zone, people will swing over it all day.
Yep.
All right, bronze is another group of relievers since we have all our starters. Matt Thornton for the Padres, Mike Dunn for the Marlins, Chad Qualls for the Rockies, and Trevor
Dunn's
Gott.
pretty solid.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the Dunn a lot.
Yeah, the Dunn and the Thornton are pretty much the same, except Dunn's got better hits per 9 and Ks per 9. I think we're going with Dunn. Let's take him.
He gets boosted a lot too.
Remember, you got to
these bronzes.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, so
Oh, we haven't gotten that. Yeah,
you play it over 2 days, and don't do everything today with that particular BR, then you can end up with done on a 5 or 4 star, and that'd be even nicer, obviously.
And we have a gold coming up too. Remember that we have a gold round coming up for something. So
hopefully a stud outfielder.
That could be our center fielder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name from the Rangers.
Keone.
Keone, there you go.
KE1 is what we call him. Jeremy Jeffries, Sergio Romo, and Danny Farquhar. I kind of like this Jeremy Jeffries. Then we get both closers for the Brewers. A 99 velocity, 91 break. 2-seam curve, 4-seam and sinker. So, I mean, it's like 3 fastballs. But
he's good.
Maybe you can...
and whenever people make contact, it's on the ground. I don't know if they've figured out a way to incorporate ground ball rate. Maybe it's break. It kind of inherently happens. But he has a great ground ball rate, Jeffress does. And it shows in the game, and I've been impressed by that.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, Farquhar has 5 pitches. He used to be a starter,
I think a long time ago. He's just been a dope reliever for a while. So he's sneak tip solid too, but I like that, Jeff.
Yeah, that the Farquhar curveball, by the way, is impossible to hit, but yeah, I think Jeffers is the move.
More bronze relievers. Liam Hendricks. Another guy who can't spell Michael. Michael Givens, Casey Fine, and Dominic Leone. Dominic Leone looks like he has a dumb wind-up, so I kind of want to go with him.
Givens, I'm fine with it. Givens is pretty dope.
Yeah, the Givens motion on his pitches, the Casey Fine is overrated because of his walks over 9. His walks over 9 is like upper 90s, and everything else is kind of okay. So,
yeah, let's go with this. Can't spell his name correctly. Michael Givens. Slap his mama too. More relief pitchers in the bronze rounds. Alex Wilson of the Tigers. How do you do tonight? I saw he got in the game.
We lost. So what do you think?
Cool. So we're not going with him. Randall Delgado, who we've seen already in this draft. Michael Tonkin, who can spell his name correctly, and Yo Irvis Medina.
Although I do like Medina. Medina has a sick off-speed pitch. I picked him up in franchise.
Break, yeah.
I think it's a curve. It might be a slider.
Tonkin throws everything hard.
Does.
I feel like that could be a problem.
That Yervis Medina is no joke.
Yeah. I think we're going with Yervis Medina. Yeah, let's go with him. I like Michael Tonkin. Sometimes I worry when your relief pitchers have all power pitches. Like he's got the fastball, the 2-seam, the sinker, and the slider. Because if they get geared up,
you can start getting crushed if you face the wrong someone who's a good batter, especially on heat.
Oh, I know he's picking.
So our bullpen ended up being our bullpen kind of sucks. We have Will Smith and Nate Jones.
You got a lot of guys in the bullpen that are very specified. Yeah, it's very specified. You can go through the entire bullpen.
But so the problem is, if we get into some sort of long game, I'm mixing and matching, and then at some point I have Rich Brown.
Yeah, and he's going like 4 innings.
Alone. Right.
Yeah. Round 21, got that gold round. We have David Ortiz, Fred McGriff, Yoenis Cespedes, and flashback Steve Finley.
The outfield, right?
Steve Finley.
Yep.
Steve Finley's got a ton of pop.
Finley is a beast in this game.
I feel like I'm
cool with Finley. Honestly, I think it's either outfielder.
Right. I like Cespedes' arm a lot, in addition to what he can do fielding wise. But the Finley might be too good to pass up.
Here's Finley. Also Cespedes with these boosts is nice. Here's the thing: if we go Cespedes, I almost still might move Polanco to center and play Cespedes in right?
with Cespedes' arm, absolutely.
Or Braun in right. Or Braun in right. Braun's got
Braun's got an average arm.
Yeah. Left fielder, I meant not lefty.
Yep.
Yeah, I would put him in. Who's our current right fielder?
Polanco. And Polanco would move to center over Janikowski. Yes, let's get Cespedes. We have a very righty-heavy lineup, but still something we can work with here.
But Cespedes, even though he's a righty, Cespedes is better against righties than lefties.
Nice.
Yeah. Round 22, Yonder Alonso, first base for the A's. Next up is the pick that we're going to make in this round. Jared Dyson, the right fielder for Kansas City. Danny Muno, second baseman for the Mets, and Jake Lamb, left field for
Dyson's
Diamondbacks.
usually the auto pick.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Janikowski already. That's
True, but Dyson's better.
Yeah, again. Yeah, absolutely. You have Dyson. Dyson could come in and actually steal a bag for you, where Jankowski is probably if you had a double and want a guy to score. I do like the Alonso hitting, though. I'm not going to lie with the vision.
You get the Alonso, smack a double with Alonso, put on Janikowski.
Or
no, we're going
bunt
Jared
cheese
Dyson.
with Dyson and get him to second, and it's basically it.
Get him to second, get him to third. Maybe steal
Exactly.
one pitch. Jared Dyson's our pick there. We don't have like a super Ute. Might have to look for one of those. 23rd round, Jose Ramirez, second baseman for the Indians. James Jones, center fielder for the Rangers. Rusney Castillo, left fielder for the Red Sox. And Jordy Mercer, shortstop for the Pirates. Jordy Mercer, huge contact versus lefties. Rusney Castillo could play all the outfield positions. Also good contact versus lefties.
Mercer gives us some infield flexibility, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got second and short. James Jones would be nice, but we've already got two guys that can do what he does better. Jose Ramirez also gives us some infield flexibility.
And outfield. So one of those two guys to add to the flexibility, since that was a concern of ours.
What do we have? 54, 55.
I think Mercer's the move just because of the fielding ratings a little higher.
Yeah, and they both have the same contact versus righties, but Mercer blows them away against lefties. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we got some decisions here. We got Jose Abreu in the White Sox first baseman, who's a monster. I crush with him. Carlos Gomez, the center fielder for the Astros, who I think we passed on earlier. Mm-hmm. Cliff Floyd, center fielder. Right.
First base, right field.
Have him in this game.
Left field.
They have him left field, first base, center right. The flashback, and then the 2012 David Murphy, who can play all three outfield positions. It's a tough one.
Again,
like I want to get Jose Abreu back rush with him.
Who do we have at first base right now?
But
we've Goldie at first base. Yeah.
So there's no way he's going to play over him, and Goldie.
I mean, at that point.
But we're also guaranteed to use a DH at some point. Or not a DH.
I was going to say at that point we can bat the pitcher sixth and try out that method, because we know we have a beast hitter. So I'm actually okay. Sometimes you just take the best hitter, no matter,
I mean, this Daniel Murphy is not bad. David Murphy is
no, it's bad. Not.
But we also have a ton of outfits.
Exactly. Real quick, bring up the Floyd real quick. I just want to look at one thing.
Tons of power versus righty.
I want to say one thing just for franchise mode, and I won't take a lot of time on it, but the 75 stealing and 61 speed, he's actually a better base stealer than Jankowski will be. As crazy as that's going to sound,
that makes sense.
The jump he gets, even though he's missing 25 speed, he will steal more bases for you in a franchise mode, even though it's a legend, but he will steal more bases for you than a high speed guy will.
Honestly, if he could have stayed healthy, he would have been a superstar.
Oh my God, he would have been. He had a Hall of Famer.
As it was, he was still really good. But if Cliff Floyd could have stayed healthy, it would have been special.
I agree with with New Era, by the way, that Murphy that's a really good Murphy. But for what we need him for, considering our outfield's already picked up, I think Abreu is probably the pick.
I think we go with the Abreu. And Abreu can hit against lefties and righties.
And you're really good with him. You already have experience with him, so.
Yeah. Round 25. Interesting round. We got Danny Santana, center fielder for the Twins. Yonder Alonso, first baseman for the A's. Cody Ashe, left fielder for the Phillies. And throwback Adam Eaton again, who we didn't really like to start the first time around. See, this works for me. I'm going to go Danny Santana. Danny Santana gives you that center field. He gives you all the outfield eligibility, plus second base and shortstop. Also, high contact, 70
bunt cheese.
75 speeds, bunt cheese. I actually think I hit pretty good with Danny Santana, if I remember right. Yeah, this Adam Eaton, I feel like, could be good, but only in the right situations. Like he's got good contact versus lefties, but I feel like a lot of people, even if the lefties have good contacts, it's hard for them to hit lefty. But we're gonna go Danny Santana here. All right, let's figure out how we make this lineup good. Ooh, I can get Todd Redmond. That's what I wanted.
So Cespedes goes into in place of Jankowski.
So we're putting and we're putting Polanco in center. Which sounds a little questionable, but we're going to do it. We have Ryan Braun leading off. Cespedes leading off. What kind of speed does Cespedes have? 67? Who's someone fast?
Polanco probably. Polanco might be
Yeah.
your. I mean, he's decent hitting.
Yeah,
Now, if you put
speed.
if they come up with a lefty, you would take him out and then not take him out of the game, but take him out of the leadoff spot.
I do have that Daniel Murphy. Hit Goldschmidt 2 would be gangster, but I want to move him 3. What if we go? Who's faster, Braun?
Braun's got like mid-70 speed, I think.
Let's put Braun 2, Goldschmidt 3. Every time I do this, Cespedes goes lower and lower. I got Polanco 1, Braun 2, Goldschmidt 3, Murphy 4, Cespedes 5, A-Rod 6.
Pitcher 7.
Galvis Yachty. Yeah, let's move this pitcher 7.
Yeah, I like that because then the Abreu hits after the A-Rod, probably in your second inning with Cespedes on. I would almost put Matzek 6th because I would rather have the Abreu hitting because A-Rod's not a runner advancer. He's more of just a power threat. And I would almost worry that A-Rod, if you miss a pitch, he's going to hit into a double play or something with Cespedes or Murphy on.
Plus, you rake with
Abreu.
You rake with Abreu.
But we're saying that the pitcher has to pitch, right?
I think we believe that, but that's why. Yeah, so I guess the away team. I mean, we don't know for certain.
But you don't know if you're home
Yeah,
or
of
away
course.
when you start, right?
Taking a gamble.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, let's go with Matt 6 or the pitcher 6, and we'll see how that goes. An 80 overall, 75 contact, 61 power, 63 speed, 71 defense, 75 pitching, and 80
like it a
overall.
lot.
Rotation. I like our bench. A lot of speed, some
Flexibility.
contact, we got a lot of options with the bench. Rotations, 4 lefties and Drew Hutchinson. I think our bullpen's atrocious.
I think your bullpen's a lot better than you think
Again,
it is.
as we
I think
said,
your bullpen's a lot better than you think it is. It's just not something you can just walk into a game. I think, especially with your knowledge of baseball, I think you specialize.
This is a thinking man's bullpen.
Obviously.
Yeah. All right, so that's our second draft for tonight. I think that's pretty much going to end it for the stream. I'm going to stick around and play with this team and see what happens. So if you guys want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. If not, thank you for watching this episode of Bullpen Banter with myself, ThatSportsGamer. You can follow me on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer. Just search for ThatSportsGamer, all one word. You'll find me. ThatSportsGamer.com, YouTube.com/ThatSportsGamer. Hit the follow button on what is this thing? Twitch. We're on Twitch over here. If you're watching the archive on YouTube, hit the sub button over there. We'd appreciate that. Also with my man Chris, aka Millennium.
Follow me over at the at Millennium OS on Twitch. On Twitter, and at Operation Sports on Twitch.
And we've also got Paul Sporer, the greatest man in the world, writer of the SP Guide. Make sure you go to, what is it, the
Correct.
SPGuide.com,
It's updates all year too. So you got what I put in the winter, but also I'm sending out updates every week all year, except for last week because
must have for fantasy baseball players, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep. As is a subscription to the great podcast,
and that's free.
I'm just pulling it up. I just need to listen to the last. I'm up to the new episode, so we're good. And Eno Saris is there to murder players' names.
But his knowledge is impeccable, so we let him get away with it.
Yep. If you love pictures of pitchers' grips, make sure you follow Eno as well on Twitter, Eno Saris. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm going to stay on the stream, and I'll be in the chat on Twitch, but I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the call now.